We are live.
Oh my goodness. I think we understand what's going on. So, hello everyone. My name is Victoria L. As you already know, I am I'm pretty much an age older now, which I'm grateful for that. But this is still the Wedding Game, chapter 35, and 36, and 37, all those things, because we wait. So I have next to me my friend and sister, Maggie.
Hey, family.
And then below her, she on the move. We got my sister Tanya.
What it do?
Right, she being safe in these streets. Okay, we don't promote that. And then Maggie, tell us about our special guest.
Yes, our wonderful couple that we have today happen to be my cousins. And we have Darquan and Shakisha Owens, who have been married a little less than a year, but they'll definitely tell you their story. So congrats to them. But they are joining us to talk about their experience, and hopefully we can glean some wisdom and some encouragement and knowledge and some lessons from them. So we are happy to have you guys, and thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here with us tonight.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yay! So we are going to kick it over to you guys and say, will you talk about yourselves a little bit and tell us about your story?
Yes. You ready, honey?
So today makes actually 10 official months of being officially married.
Today?
Yep, the 21st.
Yes. On the Wedding Game.
Yes. So you go.
You make it sound so much. Okay. So like she said, today is 10 months officially. We've been together for 6 years.
Okay.
6 years. And been a wonderful 6 years. She said that, by the way. She told me to say that. It's been a wonderful 6 years.
All right.
And yes, I'll let you give the rundown.
Okay, so back in, what year was that? 2015? Yes, 2015. I was on the dating app Plenty of Fish. And
it was POF.
POF, girl.
Yeah.
And is that still a thing, by the way? POF?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is.
So I was like, okay, so some of my sorority sisters was like, older sisters were like, get on POF, get on online dating.
What sorority are you in?
Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Yay for our sisters. Maggie and I are Delta Sigma Theta, but we love our Alpha Kappa Alpha sisters. Go ahead.
All love.
Yes.
So they were like, well, fix your so I had to give them my phone. They went through my app and everything and try to make sure like my pictures were cute, how you have a nice full body, all that good stuff.
Okay.
So this one
I didn't know she had a whole management team behind pictures. I didn't know this till now.
So basically he sent me a private message. And it was really, really sweet. It was like, because on these dating apps, those men, they be like, so you want to meet up? Like, it's all about sex all the time. And it's like, I'm not feeling that, because in my heart of hearts that I was looking for my spouse. Like, I wanted my husband, because I was 30 at the time. And I'm like, God dang, like, God, where he at? So, he messaged me, I messaged back, and we've been together ever since. So he was talking to me, and his conversation was just more intellectual. And we met a week later, but that whole week he was trying to call me on the phone, but I had got sick. So I couldn't talk. So because I sounded like a man and everything. But I was still trying to talk to him with this low raspy voice and everything. And he finally asked me out for a date. But see, I had other dates lined up that same week too. But you gotta keep them, you gotta have things in order.
You sure do.
You was dating.
So, But
That's
our
right,
date went
maybe.
really well. Our date went really well, and the rest of them kind of fell through. And so we were inseparable after December 21st of 2015, and
Oh, wow.
been kicking it since then.
So POF. I'm sure everybody know what POF is. Sometimes it has its good days. Sometimes it has its weirdo days. Sometimes it has some sketchy days. Some, these men I don't understand. Sometimes people feel like those kind of sites are hookup sites. So let me ask you this. So when he hit you up in the DMs, what made you say, okay, let me give him a chance?
It was his conversation. He first off, he said like, hello, beautiful. It was just a little bit more sweeter. It wasn't like, hey, sexy, what you got going on tonight? It was a little bit more thought-provoking.
I think it was just more along the lines of, I would like to get to know you better outside of, just this social media world. So
Right.
I was serious and direct. So
let me ask this question, Darquan. Was it like, so I'm a big proponent of like 3 messages max and you're getting my number. Like I'm not going back and forth on the chat with you.
Okay.
So was it quickly asking for her number, or were y'all like texting over this DM for like 2 days?
I think it was maybe a day after the conversation. I'm the same way, Maggie. I'm the same way. I can't stay engaged like that. So after a day, and then the text feel a little bit more personable than just social media routes. So.
Okay, let me ask you: are you guys both the same age? How old are you guys?
I'm 36.
She's a cougar. I'm 35.
Whatever.
Oh, cougar. You only 35.
1 year.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Nice. So
I'm a year older.
okay. So what are the 3 main things about each other that you say, okay, you're not like anybody else. Okay, I'm ready, because everybody is getting married a lot older now in society. So what made you say, look, this is it, he's this, that, he passed all your deal breakers or whatever?
For me, that she talked about her family a lot. So she was more family oriented. I love that. Family, her personality seemed genuine. Just a general conversation. You don't have to try too hard. So
true that.
I would say maybe her profession, which sort of capped it off, which lets me know that she cares about maybe the social ills of the world or something like that. But
yes, education.
Yes. So she cares about the children. She loves the kids. So.
You should love kids.
Yeah.
Keisha, before you answer that same question, he talked about family. How quickly did he meet some of your
family?
It seemed like somebody know. That's why she asked you that.
She's so messy.
Yeah, she trying to uncover you, cousin, honey. That's what she trying to do. I want to know.
No, Shakisha can't answer
later.
Shakisha
It was my birthday, my 31st birthday. My cousin Maggie, sister Julissa, and that was pretty much. So those were the 2 family members that met him first, and then my mom and Aunt Gloria from in Jacksonville came up for the Honda Battle of the Bands. And he asked for lasagna. And of course, I have, Auntie Gloria. I'm sure y'all have met her. I heard of her. Victoria does for sure. But she gave him a pan of lasagna, and he came over there and enjoyed. So maybe a month and a half later, he met 2 more important people in my life. So mom.
Which at the time she told me she made the lasagna.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So,
Okay, now
So
in the midst of
Victoria's
this, I got a
question.
question. Oh,
okay,
okay,
go ahead. Driving Miss Days go.
I know, because as I'm listening, I'm like, okay, so
I'm putting the pin in it. Don't worry.
you started out saying you had multiple dates and then he stood out. So were you still on the site? Were either one of y'all still on the site, still dating within that month? Or were you like, no, I think I'm just gonna stick with her? Or were you still like getting back on the site? Or like, did y'all have a discussion about it? Or did y'all just kind of like up in the air, like, okay, we ain't gonna talk about if he's seeing other girls still, or I'm not gonna talk about if I'm seeing other people still. Like, were y'all still taking dates from other people off the site?
That was for me. That was it for me. Once I met her and the family, I was like, okay, let me at least go in this direction and give it a try without all the other distractions. If it don't work out, it don't work out. So I pretty much shut it down at that point in time. So
yeah, my site pretty much was down once it was, I guess, like a immediate connection, especially after we spent, what was it, New Year's Eve together. So bye because I already had hated the website as is. So
right.
And it wasn't a plan for me to like, I think I wasn't even on POF that long. So it wasn't a plan for me to I just moved over here from Alabama at the time. So plan to try to spark up a relationship at that time, a serious relationship. So that's how it turned out.
Okay, so Shakisha, question. If you can answer that question that your lovely husband answered about what were the 3 things that made him stand out?
He was patient. He is patient. He has a very kind heart, very kind and sweet, just mild-mannered. And he was hardworking. He still is, but those are things that made him stand out.
Nice. Now let me ask you something about family. What would you, what do you think about incorporating your family in your business of trying to get to know someone? In other words, when is the right time to say, hey, now I'm gonna introduce you. This is what it's going to be, as opposed to a lot of times we not hide, but unfortunately that's what it is. If you look at the definition, we hide people and say, okay, well, let me just date you for a little bit, see how it is. Like, and what would you do if your parents was like, I don't like him like that? Would you still move forward or you didn't care?
I didn't care. I mean, because and I guess knowing my mother, it's about whoever you love, I love. And it took a while for me to introduce him to my dad because you're like, oh my gosh, that's dad. But my dad tells me now I talk to my son-in-law more than you. Like he so it took some adjustment for like my mom to realize like, okay, he's playing an integral role in my life. But for the most part, I kind of never needed my family approval to know that this is the man for me, this is the man for me. And if it's wrong, it's wrong. Or if it's right, it's right. It's my story to tell.
For me, for me, I feel like that question is subjective to, there's no time frame, Since I was 29 at the time. I was 29 at the time. I was a little bit older and started to shed the worrying about how everybody else felt about my relationship. Luckily, I had people in my corner to where I could talk to on that level, and they would tell me, you're the only one that has to be in that relationship.
Right.
So regardless of how everybody else feels, at the end of the day, you got to come home to this person, or you're in a relationship with this person. So there was really no time frame. I wasn't that, it wasn't important to me for her to meet my family at first. I get to know her. And then, you know, I would introduce her.
He threw me in at a wedding, y'all.
What you mean?
My sister's wedding.
That's when I met the family.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big deal. Because it could go good or bad, and it will always be memorable as your sister's wedding.
Right. But pretty much everybody in my family is like, oh, he brought you around. Be serious. Because I'm a very private person. So yeah, so I don't let anybody in my business, really, to answer your question. So but yeah.
No lie there.
Okay.
So we had somebody in the chat. Kendall said she airs on the. She says she airs on the side of introducing them really quickly, so you can help read them out. The family can help read them out. But I'm super scared of introducing them to family early. We got to cultivate something. Like, you're not meeting them until I know we special. We got something building. But I get her point.
You ain't
but I feel like when you know. And I don't know. To me, I don't need the family to filter out somebody, because again, they don't have to be with this person. You do. And that's one of those things you have to be cautious of, like, how much do they know about your business and what because they might not like them just because they, got some own issues of their own. So, I'm leery of that one.
And I feel like that will probably be one of the worst regrets that you will have, looking back on the situation and realize, okay, I did not choose to let this person walk out of my life. I actually listened to somebody else. So actually, when you look back on a situation, you want to be like, I made that decision. So
that's really good.
Okay, so question about, y'all said 6 years. Okay, so Shakisha, I guess I'm asking because I'm just, as the world would say, they always put it on women to be tired and be like, hello, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Was there any pressure in that 6 years to say, what are we doing? Are we getting married? Like, are we gonna stay boyfriend, girlfriend? Are we gonna be, what's going on? That's what I want to know.
Did he put his hands up?
that's the type of pressure.
Such a story.
I don't know if there was some pressure.
But it was because, as women, I wanted to be with him, but it was like, what a ring at.
Hello?
I mean, hey, it's a because, if that's something that you want, if you've been with this person for such a long time, it's like, well, you said that's what you want to. Like, if not, been wasting all this time with you. Like, that's what we do. And so it was some pressure. And it's also because, like, his views was that he wanted to be a married man before he has children and that nature. And I'm like, well, this sister, I mean, age matters when you haven't had children.
Right.
It's getting older. Like, what we doing, bro?
Right. No.
It was some pressure. I ain't gonna lie.
So, Darquan, how did you handle that pressure? Or from a man's standpoint, because, I feel like some men, when women put on the pressure, a lot of times they run, or, they cause arguments, break, whatever. But how did you come through that pressure? Because I'm sure it's hard, because us women,
right. For me, it would just be honest as I possibly could at the time. Like, I just let her know I wasn't ready. And as much as at the time, I broke it down to where, I know you're the one, but I'm just not ready right now, because it's just not a love thing to a lot of us men. We want to be able to have a couple other things, have some of our other ducks in a row before we get in a relationship or take that next step. And at that time, I just felt like I wasn't ready on all sides. Even if you ask me now, I'd be like, man, the thing that I wanted to have, but I'm married, I don't have those. So just being honest, and she like, yo, we could build together, but I'm looking at it like I want to come into this.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Darquan, you just okay.
Okay.
Can you please expound on men? Because I often hear this. Men say, I want to have all of this before I got married. And you said, right, Keisha, I understand that. Us women are like, we can build together, forget all that. We just want to be married. Explain to me the man's perspective on why you want to have all this on the table and why y'all aren't quick to say, yes, we can build to get these things together.
Maggie, hold on, wait. Since we got Tanya T back, can you ask that question again?
Oh, yes. So Darquan just made a comment about he wanted to have some things together before he got married. He wanted to achieve certain milestones or whatever. And then he said, but Keisha, of course, was like, well, we can build that stuff together. Right. And a lot of women have that perspective of let's build together. So I'm asking Darquan from the perspective of why do men feel like either they can't get those certain things or milestones building with a woman and they want to provide that before they settle down?
Well, this is not politically correct, but I feel a lot of women say that, but they don't know what that means as far as trying to build together. Because as a man doesn't live up to your standards, there could be some back and forth behind that.
Wow.
And a lot of men try to avoid that by already having the things that he wants together, before they make that step. So I think it's easy to say, oh, let's build together. But it's not easy to build together. It's not easy to build. There's a lot of compromise, a lot of things like that. And are you really ready for that? So
that makes sense.
Yeah. So because women gonna talk. Yep. I was like, women will nag, and men already know the headache that's coming along with you not having things in order. So that's an interesting perspective. Men are like, I would rather have it than deal with your headache, so I can know it'll be an easier sailing. That makes sense.
Yeah. We still gonna bother them.
Hello, about to say, why we gotta be a headache? But okay.
Right. But the conversation is a whole lot different when somebody has their stuff together or have whatever you wanted already. Right. And the conversation is a lot different. That's just like, oh, I want to have my own house. Let's just say that was a goal over there. You talk to a man a lot differently. Right. One who's already or a business owner or owning his own house as opposed to somebody, trying to get with you and then trying to purchase a house. It's different conversation. Yeah, because, I see. I understand.
Right, because society pretty much they just made it a partnership now. It's not, it's a lot less about love these days. So in that partnership, you take on those roles as far as just business partners. So if you have less or something. So yeah.
Talking to someone recently that said, you're showing me a different perspective of partnership and business versus first trying to search for love. And that hits back to what you said, society has made it into a partnership and it's not based on pie in the sky, lovey-dovey. No, this is reality. How we gonna get through this? And
even if you're in it for love, you have to operate as if it's a partnership to survive nowadays.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask a question. It's just came to me. So what is y'all's perspective of, because we hear this all the time about, it's not about love, it's about, partnership, business, togetherness, right? It's not like what you see on TV. Now, some of it is, that Lifetime, whatever. But some of it is, you have to be more practical. And I know society now, it's becoming way more about what can we do for each other, or what can we give to each other rather than, oh, I love them. Love don't last. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. So percentage-wise from each of you, what do you think the percentage is of love versus partnership for you in the marriage?
You're talking about for everybody else, right?
For y'all.
Oh, for us.
For y'all.
I think we have a healthy balance of it. I think we have the healthy balance of love. We were lucky enough to where we got our healthy balance of love.
You better say
And
the right
partner.
answer. You better say it. He knew what to say. He's like, well, I think it's both. I think he knew what to say. He knew what to say. Okay. Very good.
So, I mean, but for me personally, I know that I had to love him in order to do the partnership thing with him.
Mm-hmm.
It had to be love there first.
Mm-hmm.
But to knock the thing open. Okay. For me, in order to want to have that partnership with him, I had to first truly, truly love him as a person, a friend,
Mm-hmm.
and a lover. So I couldn't have first been partners. I don't know. I'm opposite.
Well, I guess a lot of women are, again, I'm saying it stereotypically, not all women, but a lot of women are we're portrayed as it's about love more than anything. So
you got to have that love to want to do that partnership with that person, because
that's right.
That it's like, what the heck you here for? So
okay, when you got married,
we do have a question in the chat, and it's a quick question. Sure. The question in the chat is from Kendall. She said, were they living together during the 6-year courtship?
That's my girl.
That's not from cousin. That's from
that's my girl, Kendall. That's my girl. She know.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Oh. And
what year was this?
Right. Let's talk about it then.
Mama said we move real fast.
Oh, you did? 6 years don't sound fast, but
it was about 9 months until us together.
It was a year.
It was not a year. It was November, and he moved in. I want to say September
or December.
Lies.
Next year.
2016. Yes.
Okay. And was anybody against you doing that?
Well, y'all were both grown by then. Y'all were both in your 30s.
They didn't pay bills.
But we all have our ties that judge us.
Actually, some of my sorority sisters, when they found out, they were like, I'm like, I don't care,
Right.
Like, our parents did not have any beef with it. No, we didn't get major.
It wasn't the issue.
It was learning how to live together was the issue.
Yes, that's what we need to know about that.
That did us a great service before we got married, because had we moved in after we got married, it would have been chaos.
So what are the major lessons learned? Because you definitely have a very divided thinking of don't live together before you get married, and this other side was like, you better live together before you get married. Right. So what are the major things you feel like you learned from that period?
For me, it was just, when you're living by yourself, it's just you could be selfish. You could be selfish as much as you want, and then have to compromise with somebody. That's the hardest thing. Like everything, space, just everything.
Share orange juice.
Everything.
Right.
For me, it was because we're independent African American women. So, and you have this person that's invading your space, and you're like, and then because you have things in your system, your way, your order. What the heck? Or getting used to style, their wake up, their security system style. Oh God. You're just learning how to operate with another human being. And I don't care what people say. I know they say it's not of God or whatever.
I was about to ask you,
Like, you test the car out before you buy it. You need to test the living situation out before you buy it. Because it teaches you so much about a person and how to how to manage life with them. And if you want to live with them and together with them. So
yeah, because the church, since we all, are from the church, I can say, well, most of us are, we're taught not to do that. You know what I'm saying? We taught, oh, well, you're supposed to get this and then you're gonna get, but then I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I don't know what will happen. But God knows. And I know that he gives us something called grace. So it's just what it's gonna be. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that I'm just like, okay, time to welcome in. No, I'm just saying that, I get it. Because every couple, I'm telling you, the past few couples was like, you need to live together. You need to live together before you try to do this. So
yeah.
Do you think that it has to be on a certain level for you guys to live together? Like, do you need to be engaged to live together? Or is it just like, whenever you're ready, just go?
It's your choice. I think it's a personal choice between the two of you. Because he didn't want to. He was, like you said, he's stubborn.
Right.
It took some convincing him to do it. And one of his cousins told him, you don't know what blessing you could be blocking by not going ahead and cohabitating.
Oh, I ain't heard that one.
Going back to earlier.
I ain't heard that one. Okay.
And I pretty much had a plan, right? And I just deviated from that plan altogether. And it made me a little bit nervous, considering moving in together. And
all right.
Yeah, so it was a little harder for me to deviate from the plan that I had. So I think that it was more so about that and less about moving in. I just wanted to stick to the piece of paper that I wrote out. So.
But that even shows about, I guess, how much you cared or even considerate you were of her feelings, if that makes sense. Like you were willing to, you saw this perfect path of what you thought things should be. But even in that, you were compromising. So that really probably showed a lot on her end that, oh, he's willing to do all of this. Maybe,
right for
I'm
you,
moving in the right direction as well.
For you,
you gotta think when we make these plans, we're what 18 or 19. Okay, it's gonna happen this way. Anything about life at that time. I don't know anything about life at this time. You're 35.
Right.
So
yeah,
you really just gotta throw everything out the window and just do you.
That's a word.
That is a word.
That's a word that we learning, honey.
I take away anything. That is it right there.
That's a word because it's not. We don't know the plans. We don't. We think we do. We try to have them, but I mean, it took 30-some years to see that my plans didn't match up with their plans that I was supposed to have. So I just got to figure it out.
Now, how long were y'all on these sites before y'all met?
Boom.
Maybe just a few months. I know I was just a few months. I don't know how long.
So shady.
He's trying to put you out there.
Right.
I want to say I joined maybe like August, September of 2015, deactivated my account because I hated it. And then that's when the management crew came in, and I want to say I went back on that site like November, and he slid into DMs in December. And I was off after that.
Okay, so is that the only site you guys have been on?
For me, yes.
It's been so long. I think so for me because I wasn't big on social media anyway. So I think that was. I
tried Tinder one time.
Okay.
I don't think.
To be honest, they about to be all the same anyway. They about all the same.
I tried Tinder. It was so.
Because for the longest for me, like I was like, I prefer to just run into that person.
Yeah.
Rather than sliding in, nah.
So then how did we get down the timeline of meeting online, meeting the fam, moving in? And you said, right, you guys needed to move in to understand. Keisha, you said, if this is somebody I could be with the rest of my life. At what point did you both know, right? It could have been different times, that this was the person for me and we were going to move this forward. Like, meaning I know this is the person I'm going to marry.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that is a good question. I could tell you that I knew I wanted to pursue this, and I knew it was something different when we had the family dinner when I was over there for family. Within the first couple of weeks. Is that
Which
right?
one?
When your mom came up for
for Battles of the Band. So
Right,
in January of that next year.
So I knew it was something different worth pursuing at that time. And that was like a month after we met. So
now I would say it was like March when I met a couple of his friends. I hadn't met his family yet, but I knew I was going to the wedding. And I just knew that I wanted to spend pretty much all my time with him. And so that was really important. A few months later for me.
Okay. Well, I guess they say a few couples, actually quite a few couples that have been on said, when you know, you know. And I guess that's it.
Yeah. I knew I was in love a few months later, and I had never felt that feeling before.
Oh,
Felt that way before, and I just didn't know how to deal with the emotions. And I'm a thug, so I don't like to tell you.
Yes, girl, thug life.
It's thug all day.
Yep.
So I remember I talked to one of my childhood friends, and I said, "Oh my," I shared it. She was like, "Oh my gosh, you're in love," and I was like, "No, I'm not." I guess I was.
So did you ever question? Okay, since it took some time and there was some pressure. Did you ever question if he really, like when you found out that you were in love, did you feel like he was in love as well? Or did you say it first? Did he say it first? Or, that kind of thing.
So I got mad because he told my mama he loved her first. What? And he was like, it's not that kind of love. And it was like, he said it first. And then I was like, okay. And then I came and said it.
She's asked a good question.
Yeah, we haven't been down these roads in a while.
Because I be thinking. Oh, good. So have you met his friends? You like his friends? How about that?
Yes. So for Valentine's Day, met one of his close cousins, Birmingham. Then his best, Damien. Oh, yeah. We went to their house, him and Tutu. And then his best friend, him and his former wife now, had a wedding celebration, and I met for crew then. I was like, woo, but we had a great time then. So I was able to meet a lot of his people. So I enjoyed that gathering. So I know his people. I better by now.
Okay, you better. The ones that's supposed to be in your life. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. So I'm not trying to be, I'm just gonna be real about it. This sounds amazing. Your story sounds amazing. You guys had a few times where he was like, look, you gonna marry me or you ain't. What's going on? That kind of thing. But do you think that it was ever a time? Have you guys dealt with any wait a minute, hold on, maybe I need to rethink this, or was it just full throttle? I'm just gonna do it and we're gonna see.
I'm a thinker. I tend to analyze.
Yes.
Overanalyze. And
I get you.
that was always something that sometimes I would question, but I would know that this is the right thing. It just made me a little nervous. Put it like that, because I had this plan. I had this plan. So I done came over here and got in a relationship with this woman, and I'm loving it. It made me nervous. But I know that doesn't make sense, but
no, it does.
It also let me know that I was headed in the right direction.
Oh.
And that's sweet. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Shakisha.
So I was nervous. I couldn't explain it, but I was a little nervous just because I knew that I had something.
Mm.
That vulnerability.
I'm telling you, that thing make you
Probably what
scary,
it was.
honey.
Yes, that vulnerability is
Make
scary.
you scary, baby.
Make you want to run.
Especially if you've never experienced it before.
Hmm.
Okay. Shakisha?
Mhm.
I did have some points where when he was just more, we didn't like we were moving forward. I would be like, so you want to just leave or left?
What for? What marriage?
Yeah, or just keeping the relationship going. So we have had those talks sometimes, and it's always a no for both of us. But we have had those times where I was just like, I'm forever, or I don't want to be 99, just get married, So it was, we have had a couple conversations where, because it makes you feel sometimes insecure as a woman, like, am I not doing enough to, show him I love him? So then you question, or for me, I'm going to say for me, it made me question myself. Like, I see me that way. Does he not want to be with me like that? So what are we doing? So we have had those conversations and like those real talks. And I was like, okay, because look at here. We need to make some shake.
At the time, both of our feelings are valid, with she's ready to move to the next level. And I'm like, well, it's not really authentic until I make that decision, 100%, like I'm ready. Like, that's why I don't get people trying to force their partner into marriage. I take that very seriously. And I just had to make sure, just be 100% on everything. And I knew I wanted to marry this person. It was just, I don't know, maybe I was in my head, but it was some of the other things that we talked about. I wanted to make sure I had this, and this together. So, yeah.
Wow. I'm telling you, the reason I keep saying wow, I'm just like, whoa, because when we met you at the game night, we was just like, oh, we having a good time. It wasn't this, we actually, this is the first time we're getting to meet you, Mr. Daquan. That's what I'm saying. And I love y'all's story, you and your wifey, Shakisha. I know Shakisha, but I'm just like, this is really good. I feel like you're touching on a lot of points that a lot of men may not have expressed on the show. Like it's coming from a younger perspective, it's not, you've been married 15, 20 years and you're still in the new ages of getting to know each other in marriage. Because just because you know somebody as a girlfriend, it's different stages. You know him as a girlfriend, you know him as a fiance, then I'm sure you're gonna know him as a wife. And then you're still gonna keep knowing each other as long as you're together. So I really appreciate that. I'm just like,
the biggest thing is you just want to make sure that you both are comfortable with moving forward. And I understand if that hurts the other person, but being honest and direct, like I'm not ready quite yet, rather than just stringing somebody along. So,
all right.
Oh Lord.
Okay. So let me ask you this, because when you said stringing along, and this is just thinking from my experience and stuff, because when a man is direct with his answers and he's letting you know this is not what I'm ready for or what I want. And maybe this is hypothetical, but if she were to have left or walked away,
I was thinking
would that have been like, wait, but this is my person I need to marry, I need to jump for her? Or would it be like, I still have to be comfortable in myself, so even if she left, I have to be okay with that? If that question makes sense.
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a great question. I was thinking it.
The only way I know that if it happened in the first place, but I feel I could see I could see myself feeling both of those emotions, but overall, if I wasn't forced into it, I won't live to regret that, okay, I was forced into it.
Resentment. I'm telling you, that's resentment. You'll be resentment.
And you said y'all had talks like, okay, do you want to leave, or like, am I just waiting here? So you said after so long, y'all had those difficult conversations. Like, you said sometimes you'd be like, okay, if do you want to leave? Do you want to move on? Since you don't want to marry me, or you haven't asked me to marry me, you doing all of this. Like, when y'all had those tough conversations, did you always end it and say, I know I want to marry you someday, just not right now, or something like that? Right. Did you always like reassure her, or like that you? I
think that's the only reason she stayed, because I let her know, like, it's it's going to happen. It's going to happen. But just like I had my little ideas about things, she had her same ideas about. She had a time. So we just had to meet in the middle on that, and her time, being partners, her time frame is not any more important than the ideas that I had. So meet in the middle. So if he would have left, I guess the question is, what type of emotion you think you would have felt after that?
I don't know.
Like to Maggie's question, do you feel like you would have left something premature?
I don't know. I never thought about that.
Great question.
I don't. I'm not sure. I mean, because it didn't happen, I just continue to be patient and pray about it. I can't answer. I don't know. I can't answer it, because
I think that patience is a key word.
Yes.
Because we as women, aging women, right?
Aging.
I think we have to remember that men aren't on this timeline. And to Darquan's point, they do want to meet milestones. It's just, Darquan reassured you. Some men are not going to reassure. Right. And if a man is not reassuring you, saying this is what it is and we're in this together, then I feel like you got to walk. Because if a man has told you this is not something I'm ready for, and he's like, I don't know when I will be. Okay, why am I here? But then
what you gonna do?
That's that meet in the middle,
together, right? If we're working together and he's reassuring, we as women have to have some patience out here in these streets.
Definitely.
So you
and just really understand, and you have to understand your partner too. Like, Darquan is a deep thinker. So then,
when your birthday? You a Virgo? When your birthday?
May 1st, I'm a Taurus.
Oh Lord. Okay. I'm just playing.
Pray for me over here. So I had to truly understand and know when to ask what questions and how to bring it to him. So he could kind of see my point of view when I wanted him to see it.
Right.
So, but I did pray about it, and I was patient. But then you have to also, like I said, just kind of know when to bring those things back up that are pressing to you, so they can understand, or he could understand where I was coming from. But he didn't feel like he was like, I was beating him down with, you better do it tomorrow, I'm walking out, or you have one more year or whatever. No.
So you trusted him. I mean, I think trust is a big thing too. Besides patience, I trust that what you're saying, that you're going to actually go through with, you see me in your future, that you're not just saying it. Like, I trust what you're saying, and I believe what you're saying, because you show me that not only you saying it, you've shown me that, okay, I feel comfortable enough to be like, okay, I'm all in. So kudos to both of y'all for that.
And then so that women need security.
They do. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's all about security.
And when he got to that point, we were able to kind of start discussing the future and like what kind of reception, wedding, all this kind of stuff that we both wanted together. And so it wasn't just a Shakisha thing. Of course, like I'm gonna lead the way, but
I mean, whatever.
but we were able to have more dialogue when I knew he was getting to that point of being ready to propose and being ready to be married officially.
Were you surprised when he proposed? Because, you know, I'm just saying, because women sometimes be waiting and then we'll be like, okay, well, I know he's going to do it on this day. So let me just make sure I got it right, you know, before he do it.
She wasn't.
No.
She wasn't because she knew it was coming.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, she just didn't know when. She knew it was coming. I've had plans to propose to her at the first place we met. I believe what happened? It happened around the COVID time.
It was a storm.
So, yeah, it was like a storm. The power was out.
And the hurricanes came through and messed up my
right. And then the second time, I think we got into an argument on the way, but I couldn't tell her like, yo, this is about to happen.
Yeah, like chill out.
To be honest, with you, I just did it at the house. I was just like, okay, we just go ahead, get it out the way. It just seemed like she didn't want.
Why you saying like that? All right. So that's good. You were not shocked, Shakisha. Were you like, oh my God? Were you that, or were you like about time? You know, thank you so much.
He asked me. He was like, because he actually, we were getting ready to go on a trip, and I was washing dishes, and he got me in the kitchen, and it did surprise me because of course I'm not gonna think at 5 o'clock in the morning I'm about to get proposed to. You know, still tired and everything. Like, why are we up this early getting ready to go somewhere? But so that threw me off. So it was still like a shock, and he was like, it was real us, because he was gonna say yes or no. Like,
okay.
Yeah. So it was real Shakisha and Dark One.
Nice. Are you guys gonna have children maybe one day?
We would love to.
Okay. Great. If God sees fit. You want a little girl. Okay.
And we want a little boy.
Right. Whatever God sees fit to bless you with,
right.
They will be loved.
Amen.
Whatever.
Yes.
Wow, you guys have really gave some great things, some good nuggets. I really appreciate you, Darquan, being so transparent as a male. Because women, sometimes we have issues with transparency too, but sometimes ours can be a little bit more, we're more vocal, if you will, than men can be. Not saying all, but I'm just saying stereotypically. So I really appreciate you doing that, coming on and just telling us the truth and who you are and what you do and what you guys strive to be in your relationship, because you're always striving, even when you're married. So we appreciate you, and Shakisha, you already know. We appreciate you. Maggie, thank you for the lookout for your cousins.
Can we ask one last question before we wrap?
Sure.
What are the nuggets that you would leave with either us as single women or newlyweds? What advice or one last thing you would want to leave to our audience? We got married people, single people, we got everybody.
We got everybody, honey. Married 2-3 times, it don't matter. We just need somebody who's always looking for love. Boom.
A nugget. Ooh, that's good. Single women, or you said for single women, or just women
in general?
In general,
yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Just always still continue to love yourself first. You know, keep yourself at the center of everything. Just love yourself. Don't forget to love on yourself, because you will not be nothing for anybody else.
I would say don't let the pressures of society make your decision. So don't let the pressures, get away from that social media once you run into that person, and try to get some clarity there. So
That's the word.
That
The
is
relationship private. That's what I need to say.
Dag, I gotta ask you. I
Private.
gotta ask before we wrap. I gotta ask that. How do y'all feel about social media and your relationship? Meaning, like, are you gonna say in a relationship with, married to? Oh, some people live out loud on Facebook, Instagram, all those things. So, how do you guys feel about living out loud with each other? Like, do you want people to know you ain't gotta show my face, but they better know you got somebody in your life?
that's funny you say that, because I'm a very private person. She looks at it as if, oh, I don't want to tell the world. I'm like, when you tell the world, you open yourself up, for that criticism to come back. So the less they know, the more that you can fight against them. You know what I'm saying? So,
but he doesn't have social media, so
Yeah.
I'm the one with social media. I still haven't changed my last name on social media. I'm not one of those people. People's very like if you know me, you know that we're married, and that's it. But they know somebody is in my life, and there's a few pictures on him on either my Instagram or my Facebook account. But because one of my cousins just found out I was married yesterday.
Wow. Okay.
but
And it's more so we never, because I respected his wishes about not being on social media early on in the relationship. And so when I could, I just never was like overkill. It's certain things like his birthday, or maybe for our first year anniversary. I don't know, or I may not.
But also, it's whatever you want to do. If you want to mix the social media life with your relationship, just understand what comes and have some defense mechanisms against what's coming, with the media lifestyle. It's whatever, it's whatever. Ain't no rules to this.
It's not. You're right. But like you said, if you're gonna open it up like that, be ready for whatever comes in that whole space. You got to be okay with it. I mean, if you open it, but like you said, do what you want to do. So, okay, thank you. Shakisha, her last nugget, let me go back, was that you need to love yourself in these times, these quiet times, these times where it feels like, you might be single or whatever, even married, whatever. Love yourself. And Mr. Daquan said, don't acquiesce to what society is telling you about what you have to do. Right. So
this is always going to be God's perfect timing.
Amen.
And that is the end. Thank you. So we love you guys. Thank you guys so much. You know what to do. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, same thing, The Wedding Game, Chapter 35. It'll be on YouTube, all social media platforms. We want to thank you again. We bless the family of the Owens.
Yes.
We bless you guys so many times over. And
thank you for having us.
Of course.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you,
ladies. It was a great time.
It was, you guys were good. I like it because it was more male and female balance. It was good. It was throwing me off. I loved it. So yeah. Thank you. All right, bye y'all. Stay safe.
All right.
Streets, whatever you want to do, just be safe and be kind to others. All right, talk to you guys later.